All right, welcome to today's class, Three Elements into Commanding Any Room. We're just going to dive right in and get started. So today we're talking about the three style elements to command any room. My name is Afton Porter. I'm a luxury brand stylist and coach. I've been in the industry since 1993. I have a fashion merchandising degree. I've been the lead stylist for Phoenix Fashion Week, and I opened my image consultancy in 2019. My heart is to help every woman unleash their inner style icon so that they can live out their full purpose. And for real estate agents, so that you can really attract the attention of your dream clients and so that you could feel beautiful and experience life at a whole nother level. I am the founder of Style Guide Society, hostess of the Real Estate Icons podcast, and creator of the Iconic Women Mastermind, which is my style and image coaching program to really help women see their iconic self and help them style themselves in a way that makes them feel confident. What if I told you that your most powerful tool isn't fully activated yet? You have maybe started tapping into it, but whether you're a current client of mine, which you are on here, love my mastermind members, or maybe you're brand new to me. By the end of this presentation today, this teaching, you're going to see your most powerful tool a little bit differently. So I wanted to show you my before and after. And sometimes people will say, well, my style wasn't so terrible before. No, it's not that your style is bad. So if you are in a position and you're trying to it's not that your style is bad, just can you tap into that next level? Like crack open your style icon inside you and live out your life just a little bit more powerfully and not in a forceful way or dominant way or demanding way, but in your presence. How you are walking into that room. How are you walking into that networking event? It's your presence. It's not about the price tag of the clothing that you bought or how current or new it is. It's how you are presenting yourself. And there's a couple different elements that I'm going to show you today that is going to make or break you when you are walking into a room. So here I am, and this is actually in 2019, maybe 2018, where I was just thinking of starting my consultancy. So even though I knew all the style principles, I have been styling women. I been in the industry for a long time. I was in a style rut. I had young children at home. I'm still homeschooling, but I was homeschooling, homesteading a little bit. I have a little micro farm that I like to call it. And really just wanting to step into that my next phase of life, but I really didn't know what it was going to look like. When I started, so the first thing that I did is I just started being more intentional about what I wear. And when I started doing that, I realized I was in a mom phase. I didn't know it at the time until I started being more intentional. And so when I did that, I started feeling more alive. I started, paying attention more to what I was wearing. And not that what my before was terrible. It just didn't fully align with how I felt on the inside. There was this gap between how I felt internally and then how I was presenting myself. The clothes that I was wearing, everything from the necklace to the shirt had been gifted to me. And it was fine. I still have that necklace. Actually, I don't have that shirt anymore, but I just wasn't being intentional about what I was wearing. And when I did, I And I did a couple other things, but the very first thing that I did is started being intentional about what I was wearing. And I completely started feeling more alive. And I got out of not only my style rut, but also ruts in other areas of my life. So, what was missing? What was missing for me is I didn't feel like I was presenting myself in a way that how I felt on the inside. And I find that over and over again when I'm working with my clients that they feel the same way. What is kind of broken in the system is we might go to magazines looking for our style. We'll go to influencers to see where, looking for a style, trying to copy someone else's style, and it doesn't really fit because there's so many unique things specific about you that we need to be aware of. And we'll go to the magazines. And that's what we grew up doing, right? We didn't have social media, so we looked at magazines. You might go to stores, see what's in the stores, what's on the mannequins, and think that's what, you should try to put on, and then you buy it and you just still don't feel that confident in it. And so it's not that the fashion industry is bad, and it's not like the magazine industry or influencers are bad. They can be useful tools. But what ends up happening is you start putting all of your faith, I guess, for lack of a better word, into what the influencers are wearing, what's in the magazines, what's on trend, what's in the stores, and what the world is currently saying what is beautiful. What's so interesting about trends is with styles, it also is trending like body shapes, what's trending. You know, um, Throughout all of history, every single body shape that you see today has been the trend or what's considered beautiful. And I'm here just to knock that out, that we don't need to listen or follow beauty trends. What we want to do is take advantage of the ones that suit you, that are, what's in the store. If it happens to be the colors that look good on you, take advantage of that and buy one of each, right? Or the silhouettes that happen to be trending, but not to give into and trying to adapt your own style to every single trend. And if you can't, then there's something wrong with you. That's what ends up going on in our heads with all the hundreds of women I've coached is, um, if I don't look a certain way, then I am not pretty because that's what's beautiful right now. And honey, they're they're different all the time. And I know that we know that for us women who are over 40, like we've seen a lot of different trends throughout our lifetime, but it still feels that way sometimes, right? Like we still find ourselves judging ourselves on what the current standard is at the moment. And so I just want us to stop. We're not doing that anymore. We're not going to compare ourselves to the ladies in the magazines that have been edited or think that we have to dress like them in order to be beautiful, stylish. Because when you can command a room, it's when you are standing fully in your iconic self. You are iconic. You just need to see it inside of you. Each one of you have the it factor in front of you or inside of you. Someone recently inside the Real Estate Icons Facebook group posted, like, I was treated like the it, like I'm the it girl. Girl, you are. Each one of you are. When you really show up in your full, powerful self, and how that looks, how you present that, your presence, you are going to make such an impact. No matter your age, it's never too late to step out and make that impact, but you have to do it from a healthy place of how you see yourself, your choices that you make for your style, and making sure that you're using the right style elements for you. So let's keep going. And what is this whole style? Style is sometimes seen as just fashion, which is clothing, because so much of our personal style is very visual. How we present the clothes that we wear is the very first thing that people see when they see us before we even have a chance to say a word. It is very powerful in how we show up. It's so powerful, in fact, that you could even have an addiction to clothing, right? The way that people see us and the way that we wear the clothes is a visual representation in who we are. And so much of it we think is in when we think of style, it's our clothes. But style is so much more than the clothing that you choose to wear. It's the way that you put it together. You could have two different women have the exact same closet and they'll put their outfits together in a different way. That is their style. The paint choices that you choose for your home is part of your style. The way that you carry yourself, the way that you talk, the way that you do everything, it's your style. So I want you to think of that as you are curating your presence, your essence. These are all decisions that we get to make. And so many times we feel like we got to go look for our style, or we think we don't have it. You absolutely do. You just haven't tapped into it yet if you feel like you don't have style. And if you want to improve it, you totally get to. You get to make a conscious decision to elevate your style. It's not going to happen on its own. You have to make a decision and decide that today your style is not going to be the same. The way that you walk into your closet and pick out your outfit for your next content video, your next branding shoot, what you wear to the networking event, make the conscious decision to decide to elevate your style. Okay, so there is 3 elements. We're going to talk about the 3 elements of the style, but this is more of a broader term that also happens to have 3 components to it. So I've coined it the style icon method. It has 3 things. Your image. How do you see yourself? And how are you presenting yourself to others? That's 1. Number 2 is your personal style. Number 3 is fashion education, meaning not that you've gone to school for fashion education, but you know what silhouettes look best on you. You know what colors look best on you. And then your personal style is feeling confident, like on a 1 to 10, how confident are you in your personal style? Knowing what styles you like to put together. If you go shopping, you know you're going to be able to buy things that aren't going to clutter up your closet, that you're actually going to wear and use on multiple occasions. And then I want you to just think to yourself on 1 to 10, how are you on your image, on your confidence, how you think about your body? How capable do you think you are in your market, in your as a real estate agent or your luxury business, right? How do you see yourself? And then do you know what silhouettes look best on you? So those 3 things, when you have a healthy image of yourself, when you have a solid foundation of the style elements, and when you are comfortable and you've been playing around and you've really nailed your signature style that feels authentic to you and aligns with who you are, right there, right in the middle, where the three intersect right here is the style icon. That's where the magic happens. And if you're missing any of these three, then it's going to be really hard to have that feel like a style icon, really have that confidence when you walk into any room and feel like you can go talk to people. You are going to walk in and have that really beautiful, commanding presence. Have you been at an event? I know I have, where somebody walks in and it's not, you just kind of like, you notice everyone kind of turns their head and looks at them. It's not because they're loud, or it's not because they're of anything else, except they walk in and you could just feel their presence, and everyone just kind of turns their head and looks at them, and you're like, wow, she's amazing, right? Those three things are in place when that happens. Okay. So, how did you do today? Have you activated your inner style icon, or have you noticed that there's an area where you can work on? I would love to know in the Q&A, um, which one of those three do you feel like you need to work on most? Your image, the fashion education piece, or the personal style piece? I'm just kind of curious of where you guys are at there. Let me know. I'd love to hear. I would love to hear. But the very first thing, and if you're in the mastermind, you've done this, but it's also good to think about this again. The style icon I am statement helps you activate your superpower. Number one, it elevates your thoughts about you. It's that first one that's on top, the image. When you write your style icon I am statement, it's helping you elevate your thoughts. You guys, the clothes that you choose to wear are habitual. And that's why I had gotten in a style rut. We get in style ruts where we just go and put the same thing on over and over again. The style icon I am statement lifts you out of that and immediately elevates how you're seeing yourself, which is going to make changes in how you see you, and then the clothing choices. So that's number one. Number two, it's going to guide your wardrobe choices. So you're having more of those elevated thoughts about you. You're going to make different decisions. And number three, you're going to learn intentional, identity driven style. You're going to use style to help reinforce your identity that you believe or want to believe about yourself, and how you want other people to see your identity. So those three key players are going to help you with your style. Image, still kind of part mom, part successful agent. Love that. Fashion education. Oh, and yep, a lot of image. Yes. It's such an important part of our style and how we are showing up in every area of our life. So the style icon I am statement is where I always start. So I do talk about it a lot because this is foundational in elevating your style and your image. So really quickly, you'll be able, in the replay, I'll give you the actual style icon I am worksheet. But today I just wanted to walk you through this, your style icon I am statement. What is it? A declaration of your identity as a luxury style icon. It's a mantra to align your style with your goals. So this is what was missing for me. And I eventually got there on my own, right? As a fashion stylist and fashion merchandiser. But this is what I had to do. I had to start changing and being intentional about what I wore, because that's why I was in that kind of mom haze. But why is it important? It sets the foundation for your confidence and it influences how others perceive you. I don't even remember how many thoughts that we say about ourselves each and every day, but we say a lot of thoughts. I can't remember how many thousands. And we don't notice them because they are habitual. Like when we look at ourselves in the mirror, when we think about our body, we're saying all kinds of things. This helps replace some of those thoughts that you might not even be aware that you're thinking. So we want you to select your essence noun. Start by identifying one word that truly defines you, a word that captures your essence beyond traditional labels. This word should reflect the most elevated, authentic version of yourself. So think about it, the unique impact you want to make and the lasting impression you aim to leave in your field. So we're not going to say your noun is not going to be mom. I really don't want it to be agent unless you have not unless you don't have your license yet. And so you're not officially an agent yet. So if you are, we're going to pick another word. So not sister, mom, all those traditional nouns. You're going to pick one that is the essence of how you want to be seen and how you might see yourself on the inside, but your style might not reflect that yet. So here's a list of some examples that you could take. You can adopt. Powerhouse, yes. I think I have that on here. I'm pretty sure I have power. Yes, I do. Powerhouse. So pick a noun. Powerhouse is a great one. I really love trailblazer for those who feel like you're trailblazing a certain niche in your market. But expert, connoisseur, concierge is one that's good too. Specialist. I feel like a lot of real estate agents think of themselves as a specialist. So I would almost maybe take it to another, the next level than specialist. Trendsetter, but pick one that you feel like is like the essence of who you are at on your best day. And maybe you're not quite there yet, possibly as well. Like have it be a little bit of a stretch because if we're wanting to elevate our current style, we want to change how we think about ourselves. Now, sometimes you might think like, "Oh yeah, I see myself as a trailblazer." But is that your main thought about yourself? Or is it one that you need to, think about more often? So you need to use that. It's not like your habit that you think about yet. Okay. So you pick a noun and then you pick two defining adjectives. And I have a list for you that you could choose from, but I want these to be a highlight to enhance the core of who you are and how you want to be seen. And if you want this to be like um a goal, you could use it as a goal. Maybe there's an award you want to win, or maybe you want to be like the top 1% if you're not currently in your market. That could be in there too, right? Think of how you want to elevate your presence because if you were already the thought of yourself as the top 1% agent, you would already be it, right? So whatever, you can fill in some goals. Here are another list of different adjectives that you can use. And if you are struggling a little bit of just kind of getting yourself to think of yourself in a different image, these are great opportunity to pick some other words that you do want to see yourself as to kind of help you get into that mode a little bit more. So here are just some different adjectives. You could screenshot it. You'll get it in the replay. You'll get the workbook, so you don't have to define it now. And I encourage you to pick the 3 words, your noun and your 2 adjectives. Pick them. Write down the first ones you think of, and then you can ponder those, pray about them, meditate on them, really think about it, ruminate on it, and see, is this really good fit, or is this something that I need to change a little bit? But I want you to just pick 2, pick 3, pick your 3 words and move on from there. We don't want to get stuck. If you want to feel more polished might be a good one, or poised, refined, magnetic. You can just, charismatic is a kind of a popular one. So pick your words. And I know some of you guys know them. So if you want to pop them in the Q&A, I'd love to see them. Okay. So let's dive into, so now that you have your style icon, I am statement, let's dive into the style elements that I want to talk about today. I'm gonna grab my notes. All right. Well, the number 1 style element are your power colors. We want to make sure that you know your power colors for today's workshop. Some of you have had your color analysis from me, so you know your 38 colors that are best for you. But for those of you who don't, and those who've had your color analysis done, I still want you to narrow down to 3 of your power colors. What's a color that you can grab when you have that networking event, when you know you're going to want to feel like that powerhouse, that icon that you are, that you can go and grab and wear that for the event? Because we're talking about a lot of concepts today, but there's going to be practical things that you're going to do that partners up with those. So your power colors, you're going to want to know them, because the colors that look best on you are going to activate that enclothed cognition. And if you've been in my world for very long, you know I talk about this all the time. Enclothed cognition changes your brain. And when you put it on, it's going to activate your color confidence. When you walk into a room, you are going to feel more confident wearing that color. But writing down those top 3 colors that you know are like wow colors for you, that you love to wear in different situations, I want you to have these outfits ready, because I know that you're having appointments, you're going to be negotiating with people, you're going to be having open houses possibly, and just going to networking events. Maybe you're doing some speaking. You're going to want to know your power colors, because what's the right word? I can't think of the right word, but you're going to want to know your power colors, because the ones that you're also wearing might also be your branding colors. Okay. Navy beige, light pink. Okay, those are your power colors. I love that. Love that. Share with me your power color. I want to hear all of your power colors. I thought there was another one that came in. I don't see it. But being aware, go look in the mirror. If you don't know your top 3 power colors, we got to know what your you got to know what those are, because when you put on those colors, it's going to change how you feel about yourself immediately. Now, it won't be lasting, which is why we work on the image. I loved those makeover shows, but unfortunately, the women who would get their makeovers, they would go back thinking the same thoughts. They would go back to their old habits, and they would come back looking like they did before the show, right? So that's why that style icon I am statement, that image portion is so important. So these are the 6 color codes that I work with. And you could just take a peek. We have light, soft, warm, deep, clear, and cool. And you can look at these and be like, okay, I feel like I'm a light. You can kind of like, oh, I like the clear colors, deep colors. I just wanted to give you something so that you can start putting together your power colors, because we're going to be making, at the end of this, you're going to be writing out a whole statement, not just your style icon statement, but we'll be writing that out. So maybe think of some colors. I want you to have at least 3 colors that, you're like, those are going to help me feel like the powerhouse that I am. Style element number 2. A lot of what we talk about is concealing areas of our body that we don't like. When we're talking about styling, it's like, well, you might not like a certain body part, and so, or area of your body, so you're trying to like hide it. This is the opposite, ladies. Okay, today we're going to highlight your best feature. What is, and if you don't know, there is. Start asking people around you, what do you find striking about me? Because you've got it. What is your best feature? And let's bring that up to the table. You got great legs, show off you take it however you want. Show off your legs, right? Like, you got great shoulders. Let's highlight your shoulders. You got gorgeous eyes. Let's highlight your eyes. What is it that we can highlight, or you can start tomorrow by dressing to highlight that, enhance that area? Awesome. You got great legs. Yes. Show those legs off, ladies. Do it. When you work from an area that you love, that you feel confident, and build from there, it's going to be a whole lot stronger, right? It's important. Eventually, we'll get to the areas that you're like, okay, I don't like this area, but I don't, whatever. We'll get there. If you're in the mastermind, we're working on it. But for today, so that you could take action when you pick out your outfit tomorrow, highlight, grab something that's going to shine where you shine. I think this is also true in like women, women in general. So many times, like, we think about the areas that we're not so great at, like the areas that we struggle with, that we forget about the areas that we're really good at. And to step out as your style icon, you need to remember and be reminded at what your best features are. And you need to remind yourself of it. It doesn't matter what somebody else says, right? Like, so many times, you can put an outfit on and your BFF says, oh my gosh, you look fabulous in that, but you don't feel fabulous in it. And so you're going to show up that way. You're going to show up like, oh, I feel a little subconscious. This doesn't feel like me. I'm not really sure about this. And then you go out and you behave that way, right? You're not confident. You're guys kind of like you stand back a little bit. You might be a little bit nervous, all those things. So I feel like we don't focus enough on the areas that we love. And spoiler alert, nobody loves everything about their body. And I've styled hundreds, if not thousands of women. Everyone, even all the models that I've styled, everybody doesn't like something. So we can't let that hold us back. We've got to embrace and highlight our best features and think about that. Okay. So that's style element number 2. So I want you to think about that. So we know like Donna said she loves her legs. What do you guys love about yours? Okay. Style element number 3. And this, I think, is a good one. I like this because when you think of a style icon, you think of something that they wear, like that they wear on repeat. So even if you think of like, I don't know if you remember Barbara Bush, she always wore pearls, right? Like everywhere she went, she wore pearls. Guess who else always wears pearls? The late Queen Elizabeth. She always wore pearls too. When I think of Queen Elizabeth, I also think of pearls. When you think of Audrey Hepburn, which is, who I love, you think of the little black dress, and she created that. More modern ones like Gwyneth, oh my gosh, Gwen Stefan. She used to always have like bright red lipstick all the time. What you put on repeat is what you're going to build your reputation around. What do you want to be kind of known for? What do you want your style's, visual statement that you wear on repeat? It could be something like we had mentioned, it was inside the Real Estate Icons Facebook group. And if you're not in there, come join us in there. But somebody had mentioned Diane Keaton. She didn't, wear like the same exact thing, but she just had a certain vibe that she wears on a regular basis, right? So you could all picture what she wore or how she would dress. When you really nail your style statement, people, when they see something similar out in the wild, like shopping or in a movie or in a photo, they think of you. I always, when somebody finds something like iconic, icon, style icon, like candles, um, people send them to me all the time. Like whether it's they're sending it to me in a picture, they'll send me a message. Hey, I thought of you today. I saw this. Like I really have owned icon space. What is something that you can own, that you can put on repeat? Doesn't even have to be something that you wear every day, but I kind of want you to think of something that you can wear that people will think of when they think of you, and it keeps you top of mind. It helps people remember you. And when they need a real estate agent, they're going to think of you. When someone wants to look like an icon, they're going to think of me. And there's like different, things that remind them of me all the time. I wear heels and most people around me know I normally have them on. Okay. So you could be like the heels girl, or maybe you like shoes. Is it just heels, or are you a shoe person? I find that you're either a shoe person or you're not. I love it though. Or maybe is it a color of shoe that you wear? Is it a type of shoe? You love shoes. Yes. Love it. Okay, so some examples of what it could be for you. Statement jewelry. So it could be, I wear that gold necklace a lot. So it could be like that gold necklace. It could be maybe you wear cowboy boots. It could be big earrings. I know someone that I've known for like 8 years. She always wears big earrings every single time I see her. That's what she's known for. They're all different colors and shapes and whatever, but she always has like big earrings. Architectural lines, distinctive colors. Maybe I wear a lot of pink, I wear a lot of black, I wear a lot of everything, but maybe you wear a certain color, some unique accessory, because a consistent silhouette. Maybe you wear like a certain type of a dress, certain shoes. Maybe you just dress very feminine details, right? Or maybe it's more minimal, clean lines. I want you to just think about what would you want your style statement to be? You wear a lot of hot pink. Love it. So yeah, like when people, and then when people see hot pink, they'll think of you. Also, if you're posting on social media and they see your post and it's hot pink, they'll just start to learn, oh, they'll know it's your post without having to read your name. That's when you know you've really have nailed your personal branding with your style. You got your colors in alignment with your style, and then you're posting, and people just know that it's yours without having to read that it's you, that it's coming from you. If you're not like in the picture, right? They'll know right away. So think of that. So maybe hot pink is yours. So I wanted to review. So your power or my power colors are, take note, my style highlight. That's the area, the feature that you want to highlight. Your style element statement that you want. So those are the three elements for you to really, you nail these, you're going to feel so confident stepping into the room. So this is the statement I want you to fill in. This is your, I guess, your homework. I am a is your style icon. I am statement. I am and it's the two adjectives and the noun. Striking, iconic powerhouse. Okay, I'm just making that up. So I am a striking, iconic powerhouse, radiating in hot pink. Yeah, your power color. It can be color or colors. I would say up no more than three. Radiating in hot pink, highlighting my legs, known for your red lipstick. I don't know. I'm just making this up. So, but the I want you to be able to write this out. This is your guide for your outfit tomorrow, your personal brand style. I am a radiating in your colors, highlighting your best feature, known for your style element. When you nail this and you walk into your networking event, you will be commanding the attention, not because you're loud or obnoxious or demanding, but you'll have that quiet presence about you when you walk into the room. So here is Shelby. She is a doll baby. She lives here locally. She's been my client for a couple years, well, probably 3 years or so. Before she decided she was stepping into the luxury real estate business or industry, she wanted to go into real estate and into luxury. So what we did is we did her color analysis. We went through her best silhouettes. I went through her closet and really went through what colors are best for her. How does she want to present her brand? And she has been so fun. She will say that she wanted to look the part and feel like that luxury real estate agent. And she's a little bit quirky. She likes to have like fun, unique, and interesting pieces to have in her wardrobe. But she has done a beautiful job. We did her, I also, helped her with her, not this particular photo. I didn't do her hair or makeup here, but helped her with her hair color, makeup color, kind of help guide her in that direction. She looks fabulous, does she not? She's absolutely amazing. She's going to be at the Phoenix event. So those of you who are here live on the call, who are coming in October, she will be there. You guys are going to have a blast. But this is Shelby, her before and her after. So if you are wanting to walk through this with me and activate your style superpower and unleash your inner style icon, I would love for you to come and join us inside the Iconic Women Mastermind. So when you join, you get a professional color analysis, you get a color style guide, digital swatches, and the digital swatches are for lifetime access. Those update twice a year. They're a spring and summer, and then again in fall and winter. You get a body type analysis with a style guide. And in 2025, we're doing the monthly mini capsule wardrobe. And if you guys like it, we could keep doing it in 2026. But it was something that I decided to do to help you ladies, you iconic women, kind of learn how to put your outfits together. We do 3 live coaching trainings a month and sometimes 4. So we do a style coaching call, we do an image coaching call, we do hot seat coaching, and then we've been doing, when there's not a holiday, we're doing a style strategy call with the mini capsule wardrobe. And you get a year access into the program, and I'm doing it for the founding member price. This weekend, it's $500 for the year. Was the founding member price that we started the program at. So I'd love for you to come join us. You can go to styleguidesociety.com/join, or you can use the QR code um, to join us there. Okay. So if you have any questions, pop them in the Q&A. I just want to remind you, we went over all the things that we went over today, the 3 style elements, where we want to have your style icon, I am statement, know your power colors, know your statement pieces, and oh my gosh, what was the third one? What was the third one, ladies? Know your colors. Let's go back. Oh, your best features, highlighting your best features. How could I forget that? Okay. Know your colors, highlight your best features and what you want to be known for. So come join us. I'm going to be answering your questions here. Yeah, thank you, Amy. Best feature. Yeah, I don't know why. I was just spaced that. Okay. Any other questions about what we talked about? Hey, tell me, did you think about your style differently today than you have before? Um, those of you who've been in my world for a while, are you thinking about it? Ooh, what is it blurry? It just went blurry for me. I'm going to stop the screen share. Zoom is all blurry right now. So crazy. Okay. Anyway, hopefully you can see me okay. I would love to answer your questions. It's not okay. Perfect. I'm glad it's not blurry for you. When you join the mastermind, the first thing that happens is you're going to take a picture of yourself without makeup on, and you're going to have your hair down, solid colored shirt. You're going to just kind of look towards a window, but I don't want you outside. You're going to take a picture of that. I'm going to put your picture against, all those different colors that I showed you during Know Your Power colors. I'm going to put your picture up against that and look how it makes your skin look, your eye color look, your just how it looks on you, because we want the colors that you wear not only have you feel like super powerful in it, but we want them to also like highlight you. We want everyone's eyes to go to your eyes. We don't want it to go anywhere else, because something that's off when your body's not balanced, and maybe it's the wrong color. Your eyes are going to get drawn to that area. So many times if you put on an outfit and you're like, I don't know what it is about this outfit, but it doesn't, something's not right. Something's out of balance, and it could be the color. So you want to make sure that your colors are polished from head to toe, that you're balanced from head to toe, and will keep your eyes up on you. When I was at a convention, I went to go, I went to a 3-day event of one of my coaches, and she was wearing the wrong color top. And she's not a stylist, but I'm like, oh, this is like distracting because my eyes kept on going down instead of looking at her face. And when you're wearing the right colors, that doesn't happen. You have that cohesive, balanced look to you. So the first thing that we do is I'm going to give you a professional color analysis. You get your digital swatches that go along with your color analysis results. You'll also get a color guide that recommends makeup, recommends how to style yourself with those colors, because part of your personal style is going to be the colors that are best for you. And that's going to determine like what kind of prints are best on you, how to style yourself, and also your body shape guide. So you're going to get a body shape analysis. That's a second element to your personal style. You don't really get to choose. I mean, you get to choose from the options that you get, but our body shapes, certain silhouettes are going to look better on it no matter what. And so we want to just learn what those are and then play around with the one that feels most like, authentic to your personal style. And then when you take your best colors, you take your silhouettes, that together is already going to be so individual, right? Between your color, your silhouettes, and then there's also other nuances that are going to be adjusted based on your height and your body frame, which is a little bit different than your body shape, because you could be tall or short and have the same body shape. So we're going to need to put different clothing pieces on you based on that. So that's why we have the style coaching inside the mastermind. So immediately you get access to the mastermind, and then as soon as you get about 3 days after you've submitted your photos, you'll get your body shape results and your color code. Now we have 2 different options right now. It's $500. I don't know. Did I tell you how much it was? It's $500 for the year. It's an for the year, it's 500, and then you get the color analysis, body shape guide, and then the coaching, the trend report we do twice a year, all the benefits. I can't remember. I'm going to go ahead and I'll pull up the page. But if you get all that for the year, and so this is not closing. Here we go. And there's also a payment plan option that I have. So I'm going to share my screen so you can see it. Okay. So this is the Iconic Women Mastermind. My promise to you is in oh no. Let's close this. And not that. Okay. My promise to you is in 90 days or less, you're going to have color confidence. You'll know your flattering styles, and your presence will be magnetic because you're going to elevate your confidence, your colors, your silhouettes using the clothes in your closet. You don't even have to buy anything. So right now, the annual membership, $500 for the year. The monthly membership, it's $100 to get started. The first month, you'll get access to your color analysis and color style guide. The second month, you'll get your body shape guide and then your style guide for that. you both get instant access to the mastermind. And then, of course, you get access to the hot seat coaching, which happens once a month, where you get to hop on and have me answer any questions that you have. There's style training and coaching once a month, and then image coaching, which the image coaching is where we talk about how you're seeing yourself, how capable you think you are, how are you holding yourself back from actually achieving the goals and the dreams that you have, and kind of helping you step into your inner style icon. That is what the image coaching is. But honestly, I feel like that comes up in the style coaching. It comes up in the hot seat coaching. Anytime we're talking about your style and image, or your style and how you're showing up, image pops up, which is why we've included it in here. I have a life coaching certification for that reason. And hot seat coaching examples could be, we've done headshots. We've talked about how to have a great looking headshot, and then we've looked at each other's headshot. What can we do differently? How can you do one next time? Another hot sheet. The hot seat coaching has been a lot of like the personal branding kind of questions, like our next hot seat one is next Wednesday. What day is today? Friday. Yeah. So next Wednesday, and we're going through what different luxury branding colors look like. How can we elevate our colors, being intentional about our branding colors? And we do pick our branding colors from our color analysis, because we want to make sure that those colors are going to look good next to your face. And since you're making marketing materials, posting on social media, we want to make sure those colors are going to enhance you and also not overpower you. We want you to still be the highlight of your marketing materials. So we have the mini capsule wardrobe for everybody, and then the style trend report twice a year for the annual members. But those are the two ways. It's $50 a month, $100 to get started. So it's $100, and then every month after that is $50. And I ask for a 3-month commitment when you do the monthly membership, and then the annual membership is $500 to get started. So this kind of outlines the personal color analysis, the body shape guide, and then the personal style and personal brand style and image coaching that we do in there. And then the bonus for 2025 is the mini capsule wardrobe and the trend reports. So, and then you also get other women who are doing the exact same thing that you are. So I'm offering it right now at the founding member price, which is absolutely insane. But I just thought, why not? I'm going to give it to you guys for that right now. Okay, I have to run. Okay, you're so welcome. Time is up. Our time is up. We've gone over our hour. I appreciate you guys for coming. I will send you the replay. Those who came live, you get the replay. You'll get the worksheet. And yes, so glad that you came. Cannot wait to welcome you inside the mastermind if you are not already there. And those of you who are, we will see you on Wednesday. All right. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.